All right, my friends. All right. My name is Bishop Holsonback. This is my Facebook group called Seeking Yahweh's Word. I want to welcome you to this morning's program. My friends, I'm going to be in the book of Enoch. All right. We're going to be talking about who is Enoch? Who is the bad Enoch? What is Nephilim culture? All right, friends. I know I post up a lot, and a lot of people just don't get it, or are not getting it. So I thought I would make these videos. I'm going to make short videos, all right, my friends, because it's hard to put all in one, you know. So I hope I do a good job. Please comment if you have any questions. All right. Check this out, my friends. Nephilim culture has been around for millenniums. All right? You open up your Holy Bible, and Genesis 6, it's going to state that angels fell from heaven, had sex with human women, and created the Nephilim. That's what a Nephilim is. Half angel, half human. That is a hybrid. All right? I'm a human, 100%, and I'm proud. But there is some humans that want to become Nephilim. Right? And you're saying, what? What is he talking about? Check this out. In your Holy Bible states Nimrod was once a human that became a Nephilim. It says Gibberim, actually. Gibberim, Rapparim, Nephilim is all the same thing. All right, so our Holy Bible is telling us, right? Our Holy Bible is telling us Nimrod became a Nephilim. All right, how? Just poof? No, that's not how it works. He got his hands on Enochian magic, my friends. Enochian magic. Okay, now your question is, what is Enochian magic, Enochian mysticism? My friends, it's been around since the beginning of time, okay? So now I'm going to explain what is Enochian mysticism. Enochian mysticism means magic, all right? We had 200 fallen angels that fell to Mount Hermon. And by the way, there's a UN base on the top of Mount Hermon. But that's another rabbit hole. All right, we got 200 angels that fell to Mount Hermon. Azazel, Zamizal were the leaders. And each other angel taught mankind a different craft. Right? They perverted the knowledge. See, because man was just striving to learn. Right? The book of Enoch tells us. All right? So if Azazel, we know for a fact, fell to Mount Hermon, taught humans, perverted the knowledge, the 7 sacred sciences, he perverted this knowledge, he surely went to the land of Nod and taught Cain Enochian mysticism. All right. You're probably saying, whoa. Where's the land of Nod? again, in your Holy Bible, states Cain killed Abel. When Cain killed Abel, he was kicked out of the garden and sentenced to the land of Nod. In Nod is where Azazel taught Enochian mysticism. All right? My friends, somebody had to teach Cain. He just didn't learn it on his own. All right? So, Azazel or Lilith, one of the two. All right? So now we're going all the way back to Cain. Now we got Cain. Who did Cain teach? The bad Enoch. Who is the bad Enoch? It's Cain's son. Yes. In the land of Nod, Cain bores a son, and they name him Enoch. In the land of Nod, Cain starts a city, builds a city, and he names it Enoch. Right? I know all this Enoch stuff gets confusing, Enochian, and but this is how it is. All right, so now we got the bad Enoch, right? That came from the line of Cain, right? Therefore, after the bad Enoch taught Enochian mysticism to Nimrod. Nimrod taught it to etc. See, this was when Babel, right? Babel was built, right? See, and he built that tower, right? And Yahweh said, no. This is when he diversed all languages, races, right? On top of that tower, there was a portal. Because the book of Enoch tells us all about portals, ley lines. The book of Enoch does. The book of Enoch in chapter 1 states that this book will be revealed to a remote generation. We are that remote generation, my friends. It also states in chapter 1 that Yahweh will come with tens of thousands of his holy saints and execute judgment upon all. Nephilim culture, human beings are going to be judged for their actions. Also in the book of Enoch tells us that Yeshua, the Son of Man, is near. My friends, I choose to call our Creator Yahweh. See, the oldest known language to mankind is Hebrew. If you wanted to know the truth, wouldn't you start in Hebrew? Well, that's what I do. And I've been doing it for a long time. I've been taking the King James back to Hebrew. And my friends, I just want to share my research. I'm building this platform for everybody. Let me check the comment box. Because, my friends, it's not about my view all the time. We all have different views. That's what makes us different. All right? So if you have a comment. I know it's early in the morning, and you probably just want to listen. That's fine. I'm cool with that. But I look at it like this. If I could pull an audience this early in the morning, then I'm on to something. If I can build a group that from 0 to 25,000 people, I'm on to something, right? And I just wanted to share my research. All right, check this out, my friends. Enoch is seventh from Adam and Eve. Adam and Eve, Enoch is seventh from Adam. He's Noah's great-grandfather. Our apostles are quoting out of the book of Enoch. Our apostles are. Jude, word for word. Okay? So if our apostles are quoting out of the book of Enoch, that tells me they were packing around the book of Enoch. The book of Enoch was in the canon. It was removed for a reason. It tells too much about the Son of Man, right? It talks way too much about the Son of Man, Yeshua. See, my friends, Yeshua is salvation. That's what it means in Hebrew, right? Salvation. And it's all about our salvation, right? See, when you're pronouncing a Hebrew word, it's from the right to the left. Yeshua, right? Yahweh. See, a lot of people get confused when they go in and start studying Hebrew. You know, each word has a meaning, right? But when you're pronouncing a Hebrew word, it's from the right to the left. Yeshua. I don't know, I just thought I would throw that in. I don't want people to get confused. All right. So like we just stated, Enoch, the book of Enoch, had to be in the canon. I have proof. You know what I mean? All right, check this out, my friends. There's actually 3 books of Enoch. I got all 3 books right here. Stay away from 2 and 3. All that Metatron stuff is a bunch of hogwash. Just study book 1. Book 1 could not be tampered with. It was already in the Ethiopian canon when Robert the Bruce stumbled across it in 1773. It couldn't be messed with. 99.9 accurate, this book. All right? I study the Robert H. Charles version. Yeah, it's nice to have all 3 books for your collection. As far as studying it, 2 and 3, don't do that. Study book 1 only. You got pencil whip, tampered with, 2 and 3 did. By the Freemasons. See, Robert the Bruce was a Freemason that stumbled across it. You know? You know, you always hear me say this. And I'm going to close this morning's program. There's 3 major lies. Lie number 1, hide the Creator's name. Couldn't have the masses praying in Yahweh's name. So they removed the name of Yahweh. God, Lord, is a title, not a name. It says, hallelujah. Hallelujah, Y-A-H. It doesn't say hallelujah, God. Hallelujah, Lord, or Jesus. The letter J has only been around for 600 years. It was set in place by the French 600 years ago. The letter J. I don't know who Jesus is. I do know who Yeshua is. He's the Son of Man. And he's coming for our salvation, my friends. The time is near. So please, please, I ask of you, stop this paganism stuff that has been predictive programming in our heads for all these millenniums. And, you know, my friends, I'll give you a little bit of testimony real quick, and I'll shut my motor mouth up. It took me about 2 years to get God and Lord and Jesus out of my head. 2 years, right? It's all about Yahweh. Right? Lie number 2. To confuse you about the cosmology, the plane that you live on. My friends, what is the UN doing with the flat earth map as its logo? If you're having trouble with the flat earth theory, look at the UN flag. Has a flat earth map. Hello? You know, I'm done getting made fun of for being a flat earther. You know, I've done my research. You know, what is the UN doing with the flat earth map as its logo? Just go research that. Just a simple thing I ask of you before you start making fun of a flat earther. Lie number 3 was to confuse you about Enoch. Right? Like I said, Enoch is 7th from Adam, Noah's great-grandfather. Elijah did not die. Yahweh took him to heaven at the, I'm right. Elijah didn't have to die. He was taken to heaven. But what I'm trying to say is Enoch, he didn't have to die either. He was taken to heaven as well. All right? All right, and Enoch was 365 years of age when he was taken to heaven. All right? And a lot of people get confused on this. You got to remember that Noah was before the flood and after the flood. Antediluvian. Okay, my friends? All right, I'm going to shut my motor mouth up. We're going to pray. And I want to say one more thing. Yesterday was Nimrod's birthday. And a lot of people celebrate Christmas. And they don't know what they're celebrating. Fact information. Take the time to look it up. Nimrod's birthday is December 25th. All right? All right. I threw some bombs out there this morning. I hope y'all go and research what I had to say. All right? Yahweh, Father Yahweh, we, Father, offer ourselves to you to build with us and to do with us as thy willed. Father, relieve us of the bondage of self, that we better do thy will and not our own will. Take away our difficulties, that our victories may bear witness over the people we will help today, of thy power, thy love, and thy way of life. Father, you are the beginning and you are the end. Allow us to see this, Father. Father, you said to knock. We've been knocking all morning. And I am so thankful that you reveal your momismet power through others. Father, it's not about me. It's not about others. It's all about you, Father, and allow us to see this in our walk. Father, there's people out here that just heard your name for the first time this morning. These are babies. These are the ones that need to be touched. They need to be shown your omnipotent power, Father. So, Father, you bless these ones that you just hear your name. They're going to go out there and seek your name. They're going to find out what I'm running my mouth about. And show them your omnipotent power, Father. In the name of Yahweh, I want to thank all that tuned in this morning. I thank you from the bottom of my heart, my friends. Have a great day.